As the world changes at breakneck speed, it's transforming the field of nursing. So we recently hosted a nursing roundtable discussion to listen, to learn, to gather vital feedback that will help us continue to spark the lives of our employees and the nurses who will soon be choosing Lifespark as they follow their dream career path. We brought together 5 RNs from across the company to share their impressions and their wisdom. Here's how they answered one of our many questions. What is the most rewarding part of your work?
I think it's not everyone learns the same, so one you could have the plan of care built the same for 4 people with very similarities, and each one is going to have their own way of learning. And I think it's important to remember to find the way for the client. I have a great example of a client who was a nurse, retired nurse, would not take her medication because they changed the color and the shape. So I got creative and I made a colored diagram of all of her medications with the shape and the color of her medications and wrote down their name and everything on that. And once we got that completed, she was taking all of her medications. And it had been documented she was non-compliant for probably at least 2 years. And it took something that small, to be able to help her to take her medications as prescribed.
For me, about a third of my clients are in their private homes, and their families are the ones being the main caretakers for them. To help a family member walk through the process of where do we go from here, and to provide the education to know what to expect, to be that shoulder that they get to cry on when their loved one is making major declines. It just is an honor to be able to say my job is to just care about people.
I think what's so nice in just nursing in general, there's so many different areas of nursing, and to be in a position where you're able to refer somebody or educate them if that next move is to hospice or changing their living conditions where they're living at that time, and being able to give them a choice, give them resources that you can help them, and yet still being with them during that transition. And you're not saying goodbye. And I think that is so important for those families and for the client, because you've built those relationships. And I think that's personally one of the areas that I love about this type of nursing is the relationship, and getting to follow through from beginning and most often to the end, which you don't get to do in a lot of different professions, let alone different nursing positions that I've held. And that was one thing that really drew me to home health, was more of a duration that you get to focus, and you're not just with them for an hour or two and then you move on to a patient next door or down the hall from you. So
in home care, hospice, any of ours, here we all get to follow them. We know what happens. We see them the day they get home or the day they're at their new facility, and we follow them mostly until the end. And it's just great to see family develop. You get to meet new grandkids. You get to see all of the really fun parts of life that not everybody gets to see, and I think that's the best part of this part of nursing.
We're able to serve our clients in so many unique ways, and most home cares, they may be real limited with their resources, and they may have just limited services that they're able to offer. But here at Lifespark, it was just so appealing. There's so many different service lines that we're able to offer. Lexi works in hospice, and Lori works with our population health group. And then we've got the private pay division, so clients that need additional services that maybe the Medicare line would not be able to continue to cover. We're able to do those things. And so often clients that we serve, they'll have an immediate need, whether they've just been discharged from the hospital, they come home. And then when those services are done, there still may be some ongoing needs. And we're able to do that, and we're all able to do it under one continuum of care and one company that actually does it all. And it's nice because we can communicate with one another, and it's not calling different companies to put all the pieces together. And then with our most recent population health service line that we now offer, it doesn't get much better than having a nurse practitioner come right to the house or a physician to see them. So I think with today's world and how things are changing and evolving, it's very difficult at certain stages of life to actually get out of the house and go to the clinic and go see your provider. And thankfully now we're able to offer those services to people, which has become a huge benefit.
It's hard work. I mean, it's gotten, since COVID has been here, has gotten more challenging. And to have these people to support you all the time. I mean, I work with Pop Health just today, and I also had hospice to sit down with a family and go over goals of care, and just to have somebody else there to know that they always have your back and always there to help collaborate and come up with new ideas, and just, you always feel supported.